Hi, here's a review of our March 8th class. I will start with The Lion Sleeps Tonight. We'll play the melody. The melody notes were all picked on the second and third strings, and it starts on an open third string. Okay, that's the basic melody. And now we're working with our larger chords. We made G and C both larger. D7th was already as large as it was going to get. So to review of the chords. Oh, and by the way, on the melody, I used first finger, first fret, second finger, second fret, and third finger, third fret. Okay, so here's our G chord. Third finger here on the first string. First finger here on the fifth string. And second finger here on the sixth. All 6 strings. Try playing each one individually, see if you've got every note. Okay. Then the C chord was turn your hand around this way. First finger, second string. Second finger, fourth string. Third finger, fifth string. And it's a 5-string chord. You leave out the low string. You may find that this one buzzes a little bit like this. It'll take some time to get your fingers right up on the tips. And then lastly our D7th, which was 3 fingers and a 4-string chord. First finger, second fret. Third finger on the first string. Second finger up here on the third string. And the goal was to try and switch each chord within 4 beats. The sheet has a strum mark and then it says 2, 3, 4. So you're going to count 2, 3, 4, and that's the amount of time you have to get to the next chord. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Like that, but you'll be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You may want to count a little bit slower. Eventually we'll add 2 strums in. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll start to close the gap. Then we'll go up to 3 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to do that, you'll need to turn your hand around and land on all 3 strings pretty much at the same time, whether it's the G, the C, or the D7th. And then the other thing we discussed was the strumming, and the fact that you always bring your hand up and down. You never stop your hand from moving. It always swings like a pendulum. I'll use a G chord to demonstrate so we can play all 6 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you bring your hand up, try strumming on the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the trick to coming up with strumming patterns is leaving some of the upstrokes out and some of the upstrokes in. But even when you leave the upstroke out, your hand still comes up. So 1, up, 2, strum, 3, up, 4, strum, up, up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up. And when you speed that up, it starts to sound a little more like a strum pattern. can experiment with leaving out other strums. Maybe leave out the first one, but not the next 3 upstrokes. There I'm going down, up, then down, up, down, up, down, up. Now G is a 6-string chord, so you can strum all 6 strings in both directions. When you're on a C or a D7th, it's a little harder to only hit 4 strings on the way up. Most people will hit, say for instance on a D7th, hit 4 strings going down, but then maybe 2 or 3 on the way up. It's not really necessary to come all the way up to the 4th string. So you have down, down. Okay, see you next week.